Hello everybody, welcome. So, every day I see VR getting more and more popular, but what I don't see is in the PC market not getting cheaper. So I was thinking about making a video on how to get cheap VR. So, you're probably wondering, what do I mean by cheap VR? Do I mean like the Samsung Gear VR? Well, sorta, except we're gonna use some software and a cheap $20 VR headset and a smartphone to achieve gaming quality VR. So let's say you have a capable PC but not a lot of cash. This is a great alternative, and today I'm going to show you how to set that up and show everybody that you don't need to spend $700 or $1,000 to get good quality VR. So actually, let me rephrase that. Whether or not it's quality is debatable, but it is VR on your PC. So I'm gonna show you how to do that today. First of all, what you do is you download the Trinitz VR client from the Trinitz VR website. Then next what you do is you install it and set the settings to your liking, play around with it a little bit, figure it all out, install the Steam VR driver, and install Steam VR itself from Steam. The next what you would do is you would get the Trinitz VR app for your smartphone. I suggest using a flagship smartphone. This works for both iOS and Android. I suggest getting a flagship Android and a pretty recent iPhone. You don't want to be doing this on an iPhone 4. I'm not even too sure if this will run on an iPhone 4. And for tether, you can do this wirelessly over network. You will get half the frames you would instead of hooking this up via USB. So you can use a USB cable for this through USB tethering. And from my surprise, it actually works pretty well. Then after all that, you would start up the client on both PC side and both on your phone, and then you would launch Steam VR, and then you'll be brought into a environment of sort. So it's the Steam Theater. At this point, you're free to do whatever you want. Buy some VR games, launch them. So, but you're probably wondering, well, I don't have a controller. For non-VR games, an Xbox controller will do fine. You can even access the menu now. The recent version of Steam VR, I do suggest getting the Leap Motion controller if you don't want to spend a bunch of money on VR controllers. So what you can simply do is hook up the Leap Motion, and it has hand tracking, so you can emulate the Vive controllers, so you can play all your games. It's not perfect, but it does work, and it's an alternative. So, with that said, do I recommend doing this? Well, I would honestly say yes. If you don't have the cash, go ahead. If you don't have VR money, if you don't have all the resources to just go ahead and play VR, go ahead and do this. If you've got a flagship phone, or just a good phone in general.